what would your advice be for someone that's maybe young, they're looking at going into college? I would assume that you had a computer science background in college. Is that fair?
Yes, yes.
Is it is if so, is that the best way to learn to code and develop software and follow a similar path to you, or are there alternatives these days that you would recommend someone pursue?
Yeah, I think a computer science degree from university is a complete waste. Unless you want to
Okay.
pursue down this path of doing masters and PhD, and then you actually want to do something in this field. But if it's to be a programmer, web developer, web designer, machine learning developer, or any of these kind of fields, I highly encourage you to look at certifications online by Google or edx.org or Udemy, Udacity, LinkedIn Learning. You have so many online educational tools. You can pay fraction of the cost of college to learn the same education. If you're going to college, go
Hmm.
there to learn your soft skills. Do management courses or
Hmm.
do a business course or
Hmm.
learn a skill that you can't learn online. That's my recommendation for folks going into college. Um, and yeah, or maybe find a blend like computer information systems where you learn management as your core, but you also learn some data analytics and things like that behind the scenes using for management.
Okay. So, with those tools that are available to people online, I mean, how long would you say that it takes to become proficient as a developer or coder um, these days?
If you really, really dedicate yourself for 6 months, you can learn 2 to 3 programming languages and become proficient in them within those 6 months, which you're already more proficient than what a college student would be in 4 years.
Hmm.
So it would take about 6 months if you really dedicate your time, let's say 5 to 6 hours a day, every single day,
Hmm.
excluding weekends, you can be proficient in about 5 to 6 months. In
Okay.
fact, I actually got a new intern for Chemnu about a month ago.
Hmm.
I put him on this Flutter course and training. So in 2 weeks, he became a master in Flutter.
Hmm.
And now he's building machine learning, and he just got into college. So imagine, as someone who's not even a freshman yet, is building all of these platforms for us through simple training and guidance from me, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so it almost seems like colleges and universities need to adapt where, like you said, focus on the soft skills, and then there could be ancillary courses that teach you to code in a much quicker time frame that they could
Yes,
partner with online or something. You don't need 4 years of.
absolutely.
Okay. No, I think that's really interesting. And obviously, I personally don't know how to code or I don't know much about it, but maybe one other question, just because you mentioned it earlier, and I know it's all over the place, all over the internet right now, is Chat, GPT, AI. And I know at a very high level, like in terms of coding, it can do some simple tasks. I mean, how do you view its AI's influence on the future of developing software and products and platforms like Chemnu? Is it uh, something that's going to come replace your job, or is it just an asset for you as the CTO?
If you're in the programming field, yes, to a certain extent, your job is replaceable. But if you continuously spend time in learning these new technologies, I think your job is safe. If you know how to implement it right, you can save your time in programming. You can make your code more efficient, and you can also ask it to do a lot of really cool things that, it could solve problems for you that you wouldn't even think about. And it's also used for educational purposes.
Hmm.
It won't only just give you the answer of how you could solve something using code. It can also walk you step by step as to why it coded the way it did,
Hmm.
and you can learn from that. So that kind of problem solving is super efficient and awesome to learn using ChatGPT. And at the same time, if you're in certain industries, this is definitely going to replace you. I'm sorry, but that's just the reality of things. Humans should also evolve as technology evolves, and that's kind of how you keep pace with things.